Good morning, everybody. My name is Ian Shepard, and I'm the owner of Right Start Newcomer Services. Welcome so much to today's lesson. So today we've got a great lesson all about renting an apartment in Canada. So before we get started, I just want to say our land acknowledgement. So before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that Right Start Newcomer Services conducts business in Chibuktuk. This city is part of the ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This means that when settlers came, the indigenous people did not surrender their territory and instead signed treaties with Europeans. As a business, we're committed to upholding these treaties, and as we continue to build relationships between settlers, newcomers, and Mi'kmaq people. So welcome everybody to today's lesson. How is everybody doing today? So as always, say hello, write your questions in the comment section. Maybe you just want to say who you are, where you are, that type of thing. So thank you so much for watching, and let's get started. So as I said, our lesson today is all about renting an apartment in Canada. So this will be useful if you're moving to Canada, you're looking for a new place to live. We're going to learn some great vocabulary and some other things throughout today's lesson. So just one moment, please. Okay. Alrighty, here we go. Great. So today, like I said, we're talking about renting an apartment, and here's today's outline. So first, we're going to do a warm-up activity. So we're just going to talk a little bit about renting an apartment in Canada. Then we're going to do an activity. So we're going to learn some vocabulary for renting an apartment. We've got a little grammar. So we're going to learn a little bit about articles in English. And then finally, we're going to do a listening activity where you're going to listen to a conversation between somebody renting an apartment and a landlord. So after that, I'm going to ask you some questions about what you've heard. So great. We have a couple comments here. So welcome, everybody. Hello, Edith. Welcome back. Thank you very much. And hi, Bay. Welcome back. So thank you too for joining us. And I see a few other people who are joining us today. How's it going? Sorry, I could not make it to Monday's lesson. I had to cancel Monday's lesson because our cat was sick. Our pet Gracie was having some health problems, but I'm happy to say that she's home now. She was in the hospital overnight. She's feeling better. She's doing a lot better. So I'm very thankful, but I'm sorry I couldn't make it to today's lesson. And hello, Damanta. Good morning. How are you today? Great. Okay, awesome. So let's move on. As usual, please, comment, ask questions, and answer the questions as we go to help improve your language. Okie dokie. All right, so let's have a little discussion. I want to hear from all of you. So we just have 5 questions, and you can write your answer in the comments section. So question number 1, tell us a little bit about your apartment. So what's it like? Do you like it? Is it big? Is it small? How many bedrooms, bathrooms? So just write a sentence or 2 about your current apartment or house where you're living. And next question is, what's your favorite room in your house or apartment? So is it your kitchen, bathroom, living room? Which one is your favorite room? Number 3, have you ever rented an apartment in Canada? So If you're living in Canada, maybe you've rented an apartment, maybe you're currently renting an apartment. I'd like to hear about that. Number 4, do you want to move soon? So are you happy with your apartment? Are you looking for a new apartment? And finally, what do you like or dislike about your neighborhood? So your neighborhood is the area you live in. Do you like it or not like it? So choose 1 or 2 of those questions, put your answer in the comments section, and I want to check your spelling. I want to check your vocabulary to see what you have to say about your apartment, okay? Maybe while you're thinking, while you're writing, I'll answer the questions for myself and my wife. So number 1, tell us about your apartment. We live in a nice apartment in Halifax. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. We have 2 bathrooms. It's quite open, it's quite large, and we like it quite a bit. Number 2, what's your favorite room? So my favorite room is our living room. So it's quite large. We have a nice big window, and we like to spend time together in our living room. Number 3, have you rented an apartment in Canada? Yes, we've rented several apartments together. I think this is our 2nd apartment while my wife and I have lived together. Number 3, do you want to move soon? Maybe we'll think about moving soon. Even though we like our apartment, maybe we're looking for maybe a little bit bigger apartment sometime in the future. And finally, what do you like or dislike about your neighborhood? So one thing I like about my neighborhood is that we're close to nature. So there's a lot of trails, there's a lot of places to go in our neighborhood to be close to neighbor. What do I dislike? That's a good question. We're a little bit far from downtown Halifax. So it's about 20 minutes to get downtown. So I kind of wish sometimes that we lived closer to downtown. I don't really care during the COVID-19 situation because everything's closed and there's not much to do downtown. So it's not a big issue now, but maybe in the future we might look for a new place. So I'd like to hear your answers. If nobody has anything to say about their apartment, we'll just move ahead and go on to another activity. So I'll give you a few seconds to write your answer to one or all of these questions. Is anybody there? Still there? Edith, Bay, Damanta? That's okay. Forget it. Let's move ahead. Okay, so this is a good activity. So we are going to learn some vocabulary about renting an apartment. So we're going to read the definition and write the missing word. So I think we have about 20 words related to renting an apartment in Canada. So let's see what you know. Let's see your spelling. So you can answer any of these. We have 4 definitions. Fill in the blanks. Okay, my internet today isn't helping. Oh, crappy. So maybe your connection's not very good. Sorry about that. Hopefully it's not on my end, but hopefully it improves so you have a good internet connection today, babe. Okay, so let's see. Number 1. A person who rents an apartment. So there are 6 letters. Let's see if you know a person who rents an apartment. What is the word for somebody who rents an apartment? Number 2, a person who collects the rent. So someone who collects somebody's rent, who takes care of problems, who makes repairs in your apartment. Number 3, the area around where someone lives. Okay, and what's the definition for number 4? A contract between a renter and a person and the owner who owns the property. Okay, so a little bit tricky. So Number 1, a person who rents an apartment. Let's see if we know this one. It starts with T, if that helps you. E. N. Has anybody got it? A. Okay, so I got number 1. A person who rents an apartment is a tenant. So somebody who lives in the apartment, pays rent, is called a tenant. T-E-N-A-N-T. Tenant. Number 2, who collects the rent? So a tenant is the person who lives in an apartment and they pay the rent to? Does anybody know? I'll give you a clue. It starts with L. L-A. Okay, nobody's getting this one. We would call it a landlord. So the landlord is the person who collects the rent from the tenant. And they also do repairs. They sign the rental agreement between you and between the tenant and the person who takes care of it. Number 3, the area around where someone lives. So we want to know, what's the area called around your apartment? And I'll give you a clue. It starts with N. Okay, nobody knows. N-E. I. N-E-I. We should get it now. Here we go. Neighborhood. Jesus got it. Okay, good. Hey, Jesus. Nice to meet you, Jesus. You got it. So, neighborhood. Good job, Jesus. Welcome to today's class. I think maybe this is the first time you've joined us, Jesus. Thank you very much for joining. Jesus or Jesus? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. But yeah, you can let me know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Okay, number 4, a contract between a renter, so the person who's renting the apartment, and the owner of the property, or the landlord. So this is actually a hard one. This is 2 words. And the answer starts with L. Hi, Jesus. Great. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thank you for joining today's lesson. It's great to have you. So a contract between the renter, the person who's renting the apartment, and the owner or the landlord. So L-E. It's 2 words. I'll fill in another letter here. Second word starts with A, G. Okay. So first word is 5 letters. Second word is 9 letters. Does anybody get it? 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. The answer is a lease agreement. That was a hard one. So A lease is an agreement between somebody who rents the apartment and the owner or landlord of that apartment building. So when we want to rent an apartment, we will sign a lease agreement between ourselves and the property manager or the landlord. Okay, that was a little bit tough. Let's move on to the next one. So, number 5, desired or useful features of an apartment building. Oh, that's a tricky one. So, desired or useful features of an apartment building. So, this one starts with A. For example, a gym or parking spot or what else? Laundry room. M E N I T. Sorry, I screwed up. IES. So one amenity or many amenities. So amenities are features of an apartment building like a gym. So when we want to know, does a place have a gym or parking spots, those we call amenities. Okay, next one, a device or machine in your home that you use to do a job such as cooking or cleaning. And this one also starts with A. So an example could be a dishwasher. That's one. A stove. What else? A washer, dryer, something like that. So starts with A. Second letter is P. Third letter, P. Anybody still there? L, I, A. Appliance. So appliance is like a dishwasher or a stove we use to cook or for cleaning. Okay, next one, rooms where people sleep. This should be an easy one and starts with the letter B. Okay, nobody knows this one. That's cool. Let's fill it out. BEDROOM. Bedrooms. So that's where people sleep. Number 8, services such as lights, power, or water, starting with the letter U. Okay, what do we call electricity, power, heat, or water? We call those utilities. There you go. Okay, number 9, money you pay before renting an apartment to cover repairs. So in Canada, when you want to rent an apartment, you will have to make a deposit. So what do we call that deposit that you make? Starts with D, and it's 2 words. Okay, second letter, A. I'll just tell you what it is. Great. It is called a damage deposit. So if there is damage to the apartment, the damage deposit will cover that damage caused by you. All right, a special policy to cover damages that you might cause. This is a special kind of insurance that you need to get in most apartments, just in case something goes wrong, like you start a fire or you cause some damage. So it starts with D. And sorry, I messed that up. Let's go back. Starts with T. And the second word starts with I. Anybody got it? Anybody there? No. Let's give you the answer. Tenant insurance. Okay, so often tenant insurance is required when you are renting an apartment in Canada. Okay, number 11, a design where the kitchen and the living room are connected. So usually it's an open space, like in this picture. Usually the kitchen is connected, so it's sort of an open area that is shared between the kitchen and living room. So we would call that, starts with O, whoopsie doopsie, starts with O, P, E, open what? Open concept. Open concept means the kitchen and the living room are connected and you have an open area that you can enjoy. Okay. Okay, good. Number 12, a form you fill out to apply to rent an apartment. And the letter, sorry, this one starts with R. And the second word is starting with A. So let's call it a rental. What? Rental agree. You're right. Sorry, rental application. T-I-O-N, and Sadia got it. Hey, Sadia. So a rental application form, or we'll just call it a rental application. Great job, Sadia. I hope you're doing well today. Number 13, people who know you and can tell a landlord about you. So they want to know what type of person you are, right? Do you pay the rent on time? Do you have a job? That type of thing. So let's start with the letter R. One word, we'll call it a let's call it references. So people who will talk about you because they want to know, are you reliable to rent this apartment, right? Are you going to pay your rent? Are you going to behave yourself? They want references to rent an apartment in Canada. Okay, number 14, we're almost finished. Reference person or referral. Very good, Sadia. So we can just say reference or references. Number 14, a small apartment with one main room. So this is a one-room apartment. The room may include a living room, kitchen, connected, and then there will be usually a bathroom. So we call this, starts with the letter B. It's also used for like a single man. B, C, H. Okay, Jesus got it. Okay, great. So a bachelor apartment is a one-room apartment that also has usually a bathroom as well. Okay, great job, Jesus. Number 15, a private outside area where you can go, and there's a picture there. So what is that outside area called connected to your apartment? And starts also with the letter B. B-A. L. C. O. N. Y. Balcony. Okay. Sadie, you got it. So let's say balcony. So Sometimes a backyard. Backyard would also work, but it's too many letters. So let's say balcony, usually, it's a small area where you can put table, maybe barbecue, maybe some chairs where you can enjoy your outside time. Okay, almost finished. So we have 5 more, I believe. This one's easy, an animal that lives with you. So some apartments allow you to have animals like a cat or dog. So what would we call an animal that lives with you? 17, place where you leave your car. So where do you put your car? Sometimes it's included with the rent that you pay. Number 18, a room to wash your clothes in. Oh, that's a good one. Number 19, money you pay to stay in an apartment. And number 20, where you can take a bath. So any of those, if you know them, write them in the comment section, and I'll give you a second to do that. Okay. I don't see any answers, so I'm going to start writing them in. So animal that lives with you is called a dog. Could be dog, Viviana. Okay. Nice to meet you, Viviana. I was thinking of pet. Okay. So let's write pet, but dog would also work. Dog, cat, or pet. Pet refers to any animal that lives in your apartment with you. And sometimes pets are allowed. So you might be able to have a pet. Sometimes they're not allowed. And you're not allowed to have one in your apartment. Number 17, place to leave your car. Don't know that one. Garage. Not enough letters, Sadia. So I was thinking of a different word. Let's say parking spot. I was thinking of a parking spot. And sometimes parking spots are included in your rent. A room where you can wash your clothes in. Sadia said laundry. So let's use that and say, sorry, L-A-U-N-D, laundry room. Awesome. That is perfect. Number 19, money you pay to stay in an apartment. I think Sadia also got that one. Very good, Sadia. You're rocking it today. So rent, you got it. Way to go. And last one, where you can take a bath. Bathroom, I think there are not enough letters for bathroom. So look at the picture. You can see it here in our picture. What is the place where you actually sit and wash yourself for a bath? You're so close. Bath tub. Okay, so I was looking for bathtub. And very good, everybody. So here are the words. These are useful. So if you are looking at an apartment advertisement, if you're talking to a landlord, it's really good to know these words. So make sure you know them: tenant, landlord, neighborhood, lease agreement, amenities, appliances, bathrooms, utilities, damage deposit, tenant insurance, open concept, rental application, references, bachelor, balcony, pet, parking spot, laundry room, rent, and bathtub. So hopefully you learned a few words. Hopefully you worked on your spelling a little bit. And now you are ready to rent an apartment. Just going to talk a little bit about articles in English. So articles are words that come before nouns that specify a specific thing or something in general. And in English, there are 2 types of articles. One is called definite article, and another is called indefinite article. So definite article, it limits the meaning of a noun to one particular thing. And we use the word the. So when you are talking about a specific thing, often you use the. like the sun. There's only one sun, so we say the sun. The apartment where I live. So you're talking about a specific apartment or a specific building. On the other hand, we also have what's called indefinite articles. So the indefinite article indicates that a noun refers to a general idea rather than a particular thing. So use the words a or an before a noun. For example, I live in a nice building. The first time I mention the building, I will say, I live in a nice building. Then when I talk about it again, I'll use the. So let's see. I live in a nice building. The building is 6 stories tall. The building has a gym. The building has a parking garage. So the first time you mention the building, we say a building. And after that, we say the building where I live. So does that make sense? Articles are very tricky and one of the hardest things to learn when you're studying English. So let's look at a few more examples. Here are some more examples of the indefinite article. We are looking for a new apartment. It could be any new apartment. We haven't said exactly which apartment yet. We've got a washing machine and a dishwasher. So the first time I mention those things, we'll say a washing machine and a dishwasher. Next one, our new apartment is a nice size. So we're saying it's a nice size instead of the nice size. Okay, let's look at a few examples of definite articles. So first one, the kitchen is dirty. So maybe I talk to my wife, Michelle, and say, oh, honey, the kitchen is dirty. Because we only have one kitchen, right? Most apartments have only one kitchen. So I would say the kitchen is dirty. We went to the gym in our building this morning. So there's only one gym in our building, so we'll say the gym in our building. And finally, the rent for my apartment is $1,000 a month. So I'm only talking about one rent or one amount of rent. So in English, it's important to know the difference between indefinite and definite articles, when to use a or an, and then when to use the. I didn't give an example of an, so we would use an when the noun starts with the letter A, E, I, O, or U. Okay, so for example, an apartment, right? I'm looking for an apartment in Halifax. So apartment starts with A, so we use the article an instead of a. Okay, great. So maybe you can practice using these articles. It is a little bit tricky and it's one of the harder things to learn in English. Okay, last thing we've got planned for today is a dialogue. So we are going to listen to a dialogue between a landlord and a tenant. So listen carefully. Once the dialogue is finished, I'm going to ask you a few questions to check your listening. So as you listen, feel free to take notes, write down some details, and then I'm going to ask you about it. Okay? So one moment. Okay, here we go. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. That's the telephone. Hello, this is Shepherd Apartments. How can I help you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing today?
Great, thanks. I saw the advertisement on Kijiji about the apartment, and I'm wondering if it's still available.
Yeah. So is that the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom that you're interested in?
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, it is still available at this moment.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So like the advertisement said, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with hardwood floors, nice open concept kitchen and living room. There's a parking spot included, and there are some nice amenities in the building. So there's a gym, and there's an underground parking garage and a storage closet included.
Great. And can you tell me what the rent is?
Yep, the rent is $1,500 per month, plus you'll have to pay a damage deposit of $750.
Okay. And are the utilities included?
Yeah, well, most of them are. So heating and hot water is included, but electricity is not included.
Okay. Are pets allowed?
Yeah, well, we're not really supposed to, but we can allow cats, but no dogs, please.
Okay, that's great. Would I be able to come see it today?
Yeah, sure. How about around 3:30? You can come check it out.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
And your name? Sorry, what's your name, please?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, Michelle. So we'll see you here at 3:30.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, so did you catch all that? Did you listen? Did you think you got all of the information, all the important information between that telephone call between the potential tenant and the landlord, or do we need to listen again? Let's listen again. Okay, so one more time. Let's see how you do. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, this is Shepherd Apartments. How can I help you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing today?
Great, thanks. I saw the advertisement on Kijiji about the apartment, and I'm wondering if it's still available.
Yeah. So is that the 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom that you're interested in?
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, it is still available at this moment.
Great. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So like the advertisement said, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment with hardwood floors, nice open concept kitchen and living room. There's a parking spot included, and there are some nice amenities in the building. So there's a gym, and there's an underground parking garage and a storage closet included.
Great. And can you tell me what the rent is?
Yep, the rent is $1,500 per month. Plus you'll have to pay a damage deposit of $750.
Okay. And are the utilities included?
Yeah, well, most of them are. So heating and hot water is included, but electricity is not included.
Okay. Are pets allowed?
Yeah, well, we're not really supposed to, but we can allow cats, but no dogs, please.
Okay, that's great. Would I be able to come see it today?
Yeah, sure. How about around 3:30? You can come check it out.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
And your name? Sorry, what's your name, please?
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, Michelle. So we'll see you here at 3:30.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, let's see how you did. We'll check your listening. So I have some questions for you. So you can write your answer in the comments section. So where did Michelle see the advertisement for the apartment? So where did Michelle see the advertisement? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hi, Wayne. How are you? Kijiji, you are right. So Kijiji is a website where people list apartments, used cars, things like that. So nice to see you, Wayne, and very good. You got the answer correct. Okay, and how many bedrooms and bathrooms for this apartment? How many bedrooms and how many bathrooms? Okay, so anybody got that one? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? Sadia got it. Okay, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So you are correct. Very good, Sadia. Awesome. And Viviana got it. Very good, Viviana. And Edwin got it too. Very good, Edwin. Okay, great job, guys. Let's move on. So, what were some of the amenities? So, what were some of the things in the building that are included with this apartment? Okay, so the apartment includes, anybody get that one? Okay, I don't see any answers. So parking spot, gym, hardwood floors, open concept. So it's open, the kitchen and living room are open concept. Okay, great. Next question, how much is the rent? How much is the rent? How much is the rent per month? And Wenny got it, $1,500 per month. Very good, Wenny, and Sadia got it too. Okay, great job. And what utilities are included with the rent? So what utilities are included? Viviana said 500. I think I said 1,500. So 1,500 for the rent. Okay, great. And like I said, what utilities are included? Okay, very good. Heat and hot water. Great, Viviana. So Wendy is right. So heat and hot water are included, but electricity is not included, which is pretty common when renting an apartment here in Canada. And Edwin got it too, water and heating. Great job, you guys. Two more questions. Are pets allowed? So, are pets allowed? Yes or no? Can I have a dog or cat in the apartment? Yes or no? Can I have a dog or cat? Only cats. Okay, great. And Sadia got it. Edwin got it too. Yes, yes, you can have a cat, but not a dog. Very good. And last two questions. What time is the person coming to see the apartment? What time is Michelle coming to see the apartment? And the answer, 3:30 p.m. Oh, Edwin said 3. Which one is correct? So 3, I think Sadia and Jesus said 3:30. So the answer is correct, 3:30. And Wenny got it too. Very good, you guys. Last question. What kinds of floors are in the apartment? Here's a hard one. What kinds of floors does the apartment have? What kinds of floors does the apartment have? Does anybody know? Okay, Wenny got it again. Okay, great job, Wenny. So hardwood. The floors are made of wood, so we would call those hardwood floors. Very good. Wenny, you did a great job. Everybody did a great job. Sadia, Wenny, Edwin, Viviana, you guys did a great job today. So just to review, we're almost done. Here is what we covered today. So we had a good discussion. We had a good warm-up discussion about our apartment, renting a new apartment. We learned some new vocabulary, so you can go back and review the vocabulary we learned. We talked a little bit about grammar. So articles, an or a, those are indefinite articles, and the definite article, the. And we listened to a telephone conversation between a landlord and a tenant to come view an apartment. So thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can check out our website for more activities. So www.rightstartcanada.ca. Or you can send me an email, info@rightstartcanada.ca, if you want to get in touch. So thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the beautiful weather if you're here in Halifax. And we will have another lesson on Monday. So Monday morning, we are going to talk about calling 911 to report an emergency. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Edwin. You're very welcome. Have a nice day. You're very welcome, Viviana, too. So I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.